Ravi Tamada may just kick off it. And
No, you start, sir. You are the hero here. You and Ravisha is the heroes.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining. My name is Kishore Yamujala, and I am assisting Ravi Tamada here as a meetup leader. He is the creator of this group, and welcome to this group. And we have with us Ravi Shah, who will be presenting on this topic, AI for MuleSoft developers with vibe coding, MCP, and agentic AI. Very interesting and happening topic. Let's see what we have to learn here. Ravi Tamada, you want to add anything?
Yeah, that's fine. Hello, everyone. I think still Ruksar and Veera has to join, but we will start. Okay. Hi, Anil. We can start.
Yep.
I think already 6 minutes over.
Yep. Over to Ravi Shah.
Yes, sure. Thanks, Kishore and Ravi. Okay, let me start. So first of all, thanks everyone for joining this meetup. I will start with my introduction first, and then we will go for the agenda of this meetup. So I have around 10 plus year of experience in IT industry, and I'm certified MuleSoft architect. I have worked for multiple clients so far, and mostly I'm involved in MuleSoft. Along with that, I have worked on some other integration technology also. And coming to this meetup, we will be more focused on AI related capability. And as you people know, every company in 2026, they are doing lots of POC on agentic AI side. So our agenda will be related to agentic AI and how we will create our architecture and design so that it will be more it will provide more optimized solution. So those kind of discussion we will do, and then we will go with some MuleSoft related agentic AI capability in terms of ACB and vibe coding. So let me start with. So first, as part of this agenda, we will understand the AI-enabled integration, how it works, how each layer integrate with each other, and then we will go with AnyPoint Code Builder. So we'll see one small POC on ACB, like how we can do development from scratch, and then we'll see with the help of dev agent or other vibe coding. Okay, so how we can do vibe coding in MuleSoft. Okay, and then at the end, we will have some demo. Okay, so first, we will understand how this AI-enabled integration works. Okay, so you can see here, we have multiple steps when we are talking about AI-enabled. So first, things start from the user layer, where user interact with AI assistant. Okay, it can be AI agent. Okay, then inside AI agent we have skill. Okay, that take decision which tools it will connect. Okay, and then in between there will be security also and governance also. So whenever AI agent talks to MCP server or orchestration, AI orchestration layer, there should be security, since AI orchestration layer contains lots of backend related information. Okay, so security is very much important. And then how this runtime layer works, where our MCP server runs. Okay, all those things will be part of this AI enabled integration. And then at the end, we will have our enterprise system. So you will get more detail from this diagram. Let me open this. So here you can see we have all this layer. So it starts from the user layer, and then we have the AI orchestration layer, and then in between there will be security. Okay, then we have the runtime layer where our MCP server runs. And if we will allow this AI agent to integrate with our SaaS system directly, there will be lots of issue in terms of token consumption, in terms of security, and in terms of governance. So it's good practice to have our API layer in between, which will give them customized result, which will help them in terms of we are not exposing any sensitive information from our SaaS product to AI layer directly. Other way, we are giving them customize result with the help of AI. So it will help them to like consume less number of token. Okay, so those kind of things are there. So first, like in user layer, person will make request to any agentic AI. It can be cloud cowork or it can be any like GPT and all. Now this cloud cowork will use the MCP connector. Okay, now coming to MCP connector and the MCP server, like previously we have different protocol like HTTP, HTTPS protocol when we were working on the REST API. And what protocol do? It has some set of rule which do the like data communication and all. Now coming to this AI enabled integration, again we need one protocol which define the set of rule between the AI layer and the like SaaS layer. Okay, so here MCP protocol play that role. Okay, it has some set of rule in the AI enabled integration where it allow the agents to talk our like SaaS system or the API and all. Okay, so how this like agentic AI will connect with our SaaS layer? So here, first they will call the MCP connector, which is MCP client. Okay, which will like make request to gateway to authenticate that request is coming from the trusted user. Okay, so generally we use this for security monitoring and then you can say authentication and authorization. Okay, after that, that request will go to the MCP server, and here like we define multiple tools and all. And this MCP server, you can say this is the orchestration layer for AI. Okay, so here we define like what all tools this MCP has and what is the purpose of each tool. And now within tool, we define like for which particular request they need to call which API. But coming to the API side, when we are working on the API integration and all, we need to define all the business logic, like how many times it need to call the backend services, how to call once it will receive the data, how it will do the transformation. But coming to this MCP server, we don't need to do that many things. Okay, so it has AI enabled capability to take their own decision. Okay, and then it will call the our like API. Okay, so in between we will have the MuleSoft layer, okay, which will provide them specific set of data for different purpose. Okay, and then in backend it will connect with this SaaS product, like we have Salesforce, SAP, ServiceNow, Workday. Okay, so like generally this like you can say this is the one of the good architecture pattern where your AI enabled integration will be secured. You can govern it like and then you can monitor it properly, and at the same time it will burn less number of token for any particular operation. Okay, and here what it do, it will remove the human intervention here, and it will automate your task. Okay, so you will have less human intervention here, and you can do task very faster and very efficient way. So if any question on this part, you people can ask. If not, then I will move for next slide.
There is one question, Ravi, in the Q&A from Ujjwal.
Okay. Okay.
He mentions, Ravi, when there are multiple layers, how can you tell the token consumption is going to be minimized?
Okay, let's think in this way. Okay, I'm taking one real-time example. So here you have this your cloud. Okay, and you are giving this cloud like you are giving access to this cloud to connect with your Salesforce CRM directly or maybe database directly. Then what will happen? It will call the database where we have like multiple table schema and all. Okay, so you are giving access to your entire database and which has lots of data and all. It will take like lots of time to fetch the exact data what this person is looking for. But if you are providing this via, you are making this request via MCP server and the customized API, then quickly it can identify, okay, what data user is looking for, and it will fetch that data and it will return that data. And this token consumption is nothing but it's a processing, like how much time it takes to process, how many like operation it need to do. Okay, now let's take one real-time example. Okay, if I will say like you need to go to like Hyderabad, or you need to, let's say you need to go to Hyderabad and you need to find the like Ravi Tamada house. Okay, if I will ask you, then what do you think, how much time you will take? If you don't have any idea, if I will say go to Hyderabad and find the Ravi Tamada house, then it might take 6 months, more than 6 months, correct? But at the same time, if I will say, okay, you can go to Kishore house and you can like, this is the address of Kishore. Okay, you can go to Kishore house and you can take address of Ravi Tamada, and then you can go to Hyderabad and find his house. Then what will happen? It will take maximum 1 or 2 days to identify where he is living, correct? So same way, like we are doing here. In one way, like we are giving like request to cloud, and we are giving him access of entire database, that ocean, and we are asking him to fetch the relevant data. Then what it will do? It will take lots of time to do all the calculation, and then it will able to find the correct data. But another way, we are giving him access. Okay, you can go to this tool within the MCP server and then fetch data from there. Okay, then for him it will be very easy, since in tool we are defining which API is used for which purpose, what input you need to pass, what output it will give, then do some kind of AI magic and return the formatted data. I hope you are getting what I mean to say. And is it answer your question?
Ujjwal, all good? You can unmute and talk.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Ravi, I got it. Thanks. Okay,
Ravi, there is one more question from Harshad. He's asking, can you tell me a difference between the gateway under AI orchestration layer and the gateway layer?
Okay, actually it's same only. Like you can say like this MCP connector. Okay, it will call the gateway. Okay, like it's same only, but here in gateway you can see for the authentication and authorization, generally we call the intra layer. Okay, so it can be Microsoft Azure Active Directory. Okay, and like I just divide it into more structured or like structured way to make things like easy to understand. Okay, otherwise it's the same thing only. Like MCP connector will connect with gateway to connect with like Entra ID and all, where we can do the authentication and authorization.
I think we can proceed.
Okay.
Another question is, if appropriate, is there any chance that you can clarify one point, Ravi? What I see here is that you do not change the existing APIs. Existing API layers with the experience process and system API is still untouched, and you add some runtime MCP server before your prompt window, let's say, that will do necessary in order to call these APIs.
Okay, for this you need to understand AI part a bit more. Okay, let me give you that insight also. Coming to agentic AI, okay, agentic AI itself is nothing. Okay, either it get data from the Gen AI, like we have different model in Gen AI or Open AI. Either it get data from the Open AI or Gen AI models, or it get data from the MCP server. Okay, now what kind of data it will get from OpenAI and like MCP? So coming to this OpenAI and all, okay, it have access of this public data, okay, but it don't have access of the enterprise level data. No one, like none of the company will give them access of their database to do the like modeling and all and get data from there. Okay, all of all this enterprise layer, they are secure and they allow only authenticate user to access their data. So they don't give access to this OpenAI and all, okay, or Gen AI to access their system. Now, this agentic AI, either it will connect with OpenAI to get some public data and access the public model, access the Gen AI models to process that request, or if it want to connect with any kind of enterprise system to get the data and do the AI orchestration, then it will connect via MCP server. And why they go with MCP server? Since it provide security, it provide the mechanism to consume less number of token, and it provide mechanism to govern the system. Okay. So now in MCP
Yes.
also, if you will give, MCP is also kind of AI only. It's a AI orchestration layer, you can say. Okay. If you will give access to this backend system directly, it will consume more number of token to process your data. But when you are giving access to your experience API, which returns the particular data what user is looking for. Okay, if I will say, let's say in this two way, if I will call one experience API where I will pass the customer ID, and based on that, it will return me customer order detail. Okay. And other way, in MCP server, I am directly giving access to database, and I'm giving customer ID, and it will fetch the data from that particular database. Maybe it might need to connect with 4 or 5 table to get the required data, and it will return. But via MCP and this experience API, this API will do all those tasks. Okay, like it will connect with all those systems, and it do the required orchestration on API side, and it will give the required data to MCP. So we will reduce the load on the agentic AI orchestration layer side. So we will help them to save the tokens. Okay, otherwise it's not like that it cannot process. Yes, it can process, but we are making this different layer so that our solution will be optimized in terms of money, in terms of the cost, you can say, in terms of cost, security, governance, and all those things. Is it making sense for you?
Well, yes, that's pretty clear. Well, it
Yeah,
did not
now
give the precise answer, but I understand what do you mean, and that's clear. Thank you.
yeah, okay. Yeah, in short, you can say we don't want to rebuild our entire system. Okay, whatever system we have, on top of that, we will enable the AI orchestration layer and agentic AI to meet our business, to make our business more you can say where human intervention will be less. Okay. Now, when we are talking this AI enabled integration, so we have different key terms which we use very frequently. One is agent. Okay, so in AI system, agent is nothing like it can think and it can take the actions. Okay, so whenever we will provide them any instruction, and instruction is nothing but we are providing them some goal. Okay, now to achieve that goal, what agent will do? It will think and it will take the action. Okay, what kind of action it will take? Either it will call the MCP server. So we define the skills and all within the agentic, within the agent. Okay, now skill take the decision. It need to call the Gen AI, Open AI, or MCP. Okay, so all those kind of decision will be taken by agent. Okay, then we have planning. In planning, what agent do? Whatever task it will get, it will split that task into small task, and then it will start executing that task. Okay, so task is small step required to complete the goal, and in planning we create those small tasks. And whenever you will when you are using this GitHub Copilot and all, you might if you will extend the Copilot processing, you will see when you are providing them a goal, it will create multiple steps, and it will start executing those steps one by one. Okay, so that it do in the planning phase, where it will create what all steps it need to take, and then one by one it will execute those steps. Okay, Now we use this term skills. Okay, when we are talking about agent, many times you will see people are talking about skills. Okay, so this AI model, okay, they generally have the knowledge. Okay, like they can think and they can take the decision. Okay, but skill tells that agent, okay, how to act. Okay, all those things we define inside the skill, like which tool it need to call for which kind of operation. Okay, so like these are the terms we use whenever we are talking about AI enabled integration. Okay, so now like we have seen one architecture diagram where we seen how this AI enabled integration works. But coming to MuleSoft side, okay, so previously we were using the Endpoint Studio, and Endpoint Studio don't have plugin to integrate with this agentic AI or vibe coding kind of thing. So MuleSoft, like I think 1+ year back, MuleSoft has introduced the Endpoint Code Builder. Okay, so far like I seen few clients already start using, and if you want to move your project on AI side, okay, like if you want to use the all the AI related capability, then you should start migrating on this Anypoint Code Builder. So Anypoint Code Builder is nothing but like it's a Anypoint extension pack available with VS Code, and once you will like enable this extension pack, it will give you one platform within the VS Code where you can do the MuleSoft related development. Okay, so there we have lots of capability, like you can create the RAML, you can publish that RAML on Exchange, then you can create an integration project, you can create an API project, then like similar to the Anypoint Studio, it has all the capability, but like things will be in different way. Okay, like how we used to set the environment variable, how to how we configure the global elements, then how we configure the components. Okay, so those things will be a bit different, but I don't think it will take more than 1 week. If you will start practicing this Anypoint Code Builder, so within 1 week you will be comfortable, since you know already Anypoint Studio, which is similar to this Anypoint Code Builder. But yeah, here you will have lots of advantage in terms of you will able to enable lots of plugin which will help you to enable the AI related capability, and then you can do the vibe coding. Okay, so we will discuss about vibe coding also. Now in Anypoint Code Builder, like as I mentioned, you can design, you can create your RAML. We will do some demo also. I will show you like how to create the RAML, and then we can do the implementation. And here like we can develop and deploy our code very easily. Okay, so you can integrate with Anypoint platform with your like Anypoint Code Builder, and by single click you can deploy your application to cloud. So once you will enable this Anypoint extension pack, so it like you will able to see this particular icon. So this is the icon you will able to see, and like once you will click on this icon, you will able to see all the capability of Anypoint Code Builder in terms of design RAML, implement an API, implement an integration. And we will see the demo part, then you will get more idea on that. Okay, so once you will have the Anypoint Code Builder in your system with your VS Code, then you will able to enable the extension for vibe coding. So we have multiple options. So we have MuleSoft vibe coding, we have GitHub Copilot. Okay, like that IBM also have IBM Bob. So many service providers are there. Now it depends on your like client and customer, so what kind of vibe coding they are providing. So let's understand the vibe coding. Okay, and specifically like MuleSoft vibe coding. So here you need to select the agent form. We have multiple options. So for and company security team, like you can enable the extension and then you will define your requirement. So how we will define our requirement? So we need to prepare proper prompting. And when you are talking to AI, you should provide as much information you can provide. Otherwise, like you need to follow multiple cycle to perform the task. So if you will provide the less requirement, so based on that like prompt, AI will think and it will take the action. It may or may not be the complete like result what you are looking for. Okay. So when you will do the final code review, okay, if you think everything is well and good, you are done with your cycle. If not, then again it will go for the cycle. Like again, you need to add additional prompt to do the rest of the requirement. Okay. So here, whenever you are working on any wipe coding, you should provide as much information you can. It should not be very like, let's say you want to develop one API, okay, which will connect with the database. And when it will connect with the database, it will fetch the customer related information based on the customer ID. If you will only give the prompt like develop one API to connect with database, okay, so what it will do, it will create very simple API which will connect with the database, but which database it don't know. So it will connect with any random, like it will create any random connection and it will complete the goal. Okay. But if you will give more information, okay, I want to connect with this database, table name is this, schema name is this, and pass the customer ID as an input parameter. And then from there you will get this many field, filter out only this many field, okay, and then do proper error handling, proper logging, do munit also. Okay, so if you will give detailed description, then you don't need to loop it here multiple time, and based on your detailed prompt, it will do all the development for you. Okay, so wipe coding helps us in multiple way. First, it reduce our development effort. Okay, like it will do faster development. Then code quality. So like AI, like from our side as a human, we can do the mistake, but if you will give proper prompt and proper instruction, AI will do the proper error handling. It will follow the best practice. It will follow the logging. Okay. So like that, it will help you to develop the quality product. Okay. At the same time, it will follow all the functional and non-functional requirement. Okay. So in all together, you can say whatever task you were doing earlier in 10 days, now you can do same task in 1 or 2 days. Okay. With quality productivity. So that's why like many company nowadays, they are more focused on the wipe coding part, and they start using either MuleSoft wipe coding or GitHub Copilot, and everything you can integrate with our ACB. So ACB has capability to connect with all this kind of wipe coding. Even I integrated with Cloud Cowork also, and there also I tried to do some POC and it's giving very good result. Okay. So now coming to MuleSoft wipe coding, we have like multiple phases. So you can do the design, you can ask to create the YAML file, then you can develop, okay, then you can manage your code, and you can operate the code, okay, like you can apply security and other thing. So this MuleSoft wipe coding has all this capability, and we'll see one demo, okay, like how we can use the wipe coding for the development. So we will do both. We'll do one small POC for ACB part, and then we'll do small POC with wipe coding. Okay, so now it's time for demo. Before that, if we have any question, first we'll take those questions and then we'll go for demo.
I saw a hand raised for some time. Manpreet, right? You wanted to
Yep.
ask something?
Yes, I had a question related to whatever was asked already, but I wanted to check one more thing on that. Like, the question was if we already have an API established, like if we already have 3 layers established, Ravi, and then we want to convert those existing APIs. For example, we have an established API, 3-layer architecture, but they are
Yes.
not AI model. They are normal HTTPS system layers, right? But then if
Yes.
we want to convert them and start using agentic AI, do we need to
Yes.
change anything in those APIs? Like we introduce an MCP protocol there, an MCP listener there, or
Okay.
we can, we should introduce another layer on top of it to convert those APIs into an agentic APIs. That was the
Okay.
question.
Yeah. Let me go back to my first slide. Okay. So
Yeah.
from here you will get better clarity.
Yeah. Thank you.
So here you can see we have this MuleSoft integration layer, and on top of that we have all this agentic layer. Okay, like MCP server and the agentic AI. So like till this layer there is no change. Whatever system you have already built, the system will be as it is. There will not be any single change. Okay. Now on top of that you are building your AI orchestration layer and agentic AI layer. Okay. So if you want to build an agentic AI or agents, okay, and which will integrate with your like MuleSoft API and all, you don't need to do any kind of change in your MuleSoft API. So your MuleSoft API is there. You have already gateway which is exposing your API in secured way. So this MCP will do all this thing. MCP will call your gateway to do the authentication, and then it will call your API to get the data. Is it clear?
But this MCP server, right? I
Yes.
think that's where I'm confused. Apologies if it's a dumb question, but that
Yeah.
MCP server, right? Runtime
Yes.
layer, where is this executed? Like because
Okay.
it says via MuleSoft.
Okay. So MCP itself is a like different service, you can say. Okay. It has
MuleSoft service,
MCP
right?
client and MCP server on top of MuleSoft. Okay. It don't have any relation with MuleSoft.
Okay.
Okay. It's a, you can say, like MCP protocol newly introduced when this agentic AI things started. Okay. How agent will integrate with our integration layer, API or SaaS system. So this protocol is introduced, and this MCP server will run in separate like machine, or you can say you cannot deploy within your Mule application. It will deploy it somewhere else.
Okay.
Well, basically, what we can see is that it's actually a MuleSoft agnostic AI layer. Let's say you can, in as a corollary, you can realize your API ecosystem using not only MuleSoft. You can do it on WSO2 or RPG. It's not actually a problem of implementation vendor strategy. It's actually architectural pattern that you are supposed to demonstrate, as far as I can see.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good.
Thanks, Ravi.
Yeah.
Two more questions in the chat, in the Q&A section. And Salumia Sayed asking, how can we get quality as AI has hallucination? How clients are moving towards AI? Well, kind of
Okay.
what we have already discussed, adding more clear prompt. But yeah, Ravi, you can elaborate on that.
Yeah. So that's why this AI orchestration layer is there. Okay. We have introduced the MCP server. You know, like AI is non-deterministic. Okay. It take their own decision. Okay. It cannot be 100% accurate also. Okay. That part, like, still AI is evolving. Okay. They are trying to make their system more deterministic. But at this moment, yes, AI is non-deterministic. That's why this MCP server and things are getting added. So it will do the required AI orchestration, and it will try to get as much deterministic it can. Okay. And yeah, like that part, like you know, like whenever you are selecting any business case, okay, if you have any business case where you must need a deterministic solution, then AI is not good solution there. At this moment, agentic AI is not a good solution. Like, let's say you have one business case where you must need to process the data based on some set of business logic. And if you are thinking like with the help of agentic AI, you will do that, like I suppose that is not a good use case then for agentic AI. So your use case should be like that, where it can support some non-deterministic result also. Okay, otherwise you might have seen like many news and things are going on where agents are creating some kind of problem for business. So it's very important to select the use case also. You cannot go with all the use case with agentic AI. Then at the end you will burn your, like, what you people might have heard the news is like many companies, they burn their entire 1 year budget in 2-3 months only. So that will be end result. So when you are selecting the use case for agentic AI project, be careful, think in all the like aspect, okay, and then go with that particular use case. If it need machine to machine interaction, go with API. If it need like you want to like remove the human intervention, you want to build some automated system where they can take the decision and they can perform the things, then you should go with agentic AI things. Okay, and
Yeah, there is
what other
another
we have?
question. Possibly it would be covered in the demo. The Chandrasekhar wants to know, how can the common fragments be imported into main RAML if we design RAML in VS Code?
Okay, so we have the exchange. I forgot the exact syntax. Okay, but once you will use that exchange module, like in your YAML side, okay, then it will able to import all the fragment related, like whatever common library and things you have. I'm not handy with this particular syntax at this moment, but maybe later we can provide you that particular syntax.
And one more question related to the same. So suppose if we build that project in VS Code, and if we want to utilize some common error handling frameworks, which is common across some Mule apps, and how can we generally add those dependencies into the main application if we built in VS Code?
Okay, so you are talking about global error handling, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I will show you in demo part. So you
Right.
need to wait for some time.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we
Let's
have
proceed.
any other question?
No other questions. We have 15 minutes left.
Okay, fine. So let me stop and share again. Okay, please confirm my screen is visible.
It is, yes.
Okay, and you people can see my VS Code.
That's right.
Okay, perfect. So what I will do, since we have only 10-15 minutes, if I will do everything from scratch, then it will take lots of time. It might take more than 30 minutes. I have already one project. Okay, first I will show you setup part, what all setup you need to do. And then I have already one project. I will show you some demo on that project only. I will explain that project and I will do like some like enhancement in that project only. So first thing, like if you want to enable this ACB extension, okay, what you need to do, you need to go to this library, okay, extension. And here you need to search for any point. Okay, so once you will select this, here you will able to see install option. Okay, so you need to install this anypoint extension pack, and within this pack it has like around 8 extension which is required for your Mule development, testing, deployment, and everything. Okay, so search for this anypoint extension pack and click on install. Then it will add this particular extension pack in your VS Code, and once you will do it successfully, once this will be installed, you will able to see 2 icons. One is this ACB icon, another one is this wipe coding icon. Okay. Now going to this ACB icon, here we have multiple options like you can create your RAML fragment. Okay, if you click on this, it's giving you option to create RAML. It's giving you option to create fragment and RAML. In RAML also, like it support RAML 1.0, 0.8, then OS 2.0, 3.0. All these are supported in this particular like design and API section. Okay, and once you will create it, then like you will, okay, let me create one. So I will give name as a test RAML 01, and then API type REST API RAML 1.0. Organization, I will select my organization, create project. Okay, sometime it might take more time, but ideally like it should be loaded within 30 seconds. That is good enough to create this RAML file, and then you can start the development. But I have observed like sometime it take more, like 1-2 minutes also. Okay, so now it's saying API project created. Then I will click on yes, I trust the author. And then here you can see this project got created for RAML. And within this, we have this test RAML 01. Okay, so we have RAML version and then title. Now, within this RAML, what I want to do, I want to create one resource for customer. So I will define / customers and then column. So you can see here I'm getting suggestion also. Okay, so here I'm getting suggestion as a like within this. Okay, so it's suggesting me for get method with all this example and everything. Okay, so I selected that, and let me see everything is correct or not, but it looks like something is not good. Okay, so here we should have one more space. Okay, in response also it should have tab, body, then application. Okay, now everything looks good. No, this also should have one tab. Okay, so I took the suggestion and then I did the required formatting to make it correct. So we have this RAML, and if you want to like publish this RAML, okay, so you just need to go here. You can mock also, like once you will click on this, you will get this customer get method. Once I click on this, say try option, then click on send, you will get the response. So you can mock your service here and you can test it. Okay. Apart of this, we have option like you can publish this on Exchange. So once I will click on this publish to Exchange, it will ask me for API and asset version, and then we can publish. Like I give an asset version this, API version 1.0.0, and then other things it took from my Anypoint platform account, and then publish it. Now you will say how it's linked with Anypoint platform. So here you can see when you will enable this Anypoint extension pack, here you will get option to log in with Anypoint platform. So once you will click on that, you will get one pop-up. You need to click on that, then it will redirect to your browser, and there you need to do the login. You need to provide your Anypoint platform username and password. And after that, once you will come back to this ACB, you will able to see your username here. Okay. So now this RAML is created and it's already published. So it's asking me to go and view this asset. Okay. So here it will redirect to AnyPoint platform account. Let me log in. Okay, so we have this RAML on Exchange now. You can see that particular resource, customer get resources here. Okay, and if you want to see the code, you can click on this and you will able to see on Design Center. One thing difference
It
here,
is,
like
Ravi, your platform is not
okay,
presented.
okay, 1 minute. Okay, let me share my full screen only. Just I will go back, stop sharing, and then share my full screen. Okay, so I will go here, and once I publish this RAML came to my Exchange. Here you can see everything for this RAML. Okay, and then if you will click on View Code, you will able to see this in Design Center also, but you will not able to modify. Okay, so this is a bit different from our traditional approach, what we used to do in AnyPoint Studio. We used to develop this RAML in Design Center and we can edit there. But here it will created as a project, okay? And then you need to commit this in your repo, and from there you like entire team can use and manage that RAML instead of managing on Design Center. But you can see this RAML in Exchange and Design Center.
I beg your pardon. Just maybe I missed this passage. It's just to understand. This is actually the interfaces of Cloud Code, or
This is interface of AnyPoint code builder within your VS Code.
Just ACB. Okay, no, that's clear. Now it's clear.
Okay, fine. Now what I will do, I will give you some example of the vibe coding also here. Okay, so I have already like plugged in with GitHub Copilot at this moment. Okay, so what I will do, I will give instruction, add new resource for employee, get method where URI parameter is employee ID. Okay, yeah, let me give this instruction only. So first it will analyze. We have seen some keywords like what all things it will do. It will do the planning, it will identify the steps, and then it will do the execution. And this is also like it's kind of agentic AI only. So if you have seen, it was trying to connect with MCP server. Okay, so it will connect with MCP server. There it will have the pipeline and things. Okay, and then okay, so here as this AI is non-deterministic, so it's asking us to take the decision. Okay, it has created this resource. Okay, and it's asking us to take the decision, you want to keep this file or not. Okay, so AI will like remove our manual efforts, but it cannot replace the human at all, since at this moment AI is non-deterministic. So I approved it. Okay, everything is good, and I accepted that change, and now that change is here. So it created one employee with employee ID, URI parameter is employee ID. Okay, type is integer, and then other detail like get response 200. Okay, like get method with response 200 like this, and in case of like unauthorized, it will return 401. Okay, as I mentioned, whatever how much instruction you will give, it will respond based on that instruction. Okay, I given very limited information, and based on that it created this. Okay, now I will say that is the vibe coding. Now I want to add like it is correct as per my requirement, but it's not complete since I have given very limited prompt. I will say please add more error response codes. So by default, it given only for unauthorized, but I want more like for bad request for, okay. So now you can see along with this 400, it added four, like 400, 401, 404, 500, which is standard one. Okay. So I will click, sorry, keep, and then it's here. So now you can see, like if you want to type this code by yourself, it might take 30 minutes if you will do proper typing and all. Same thing I did in like maybe 1 or 2 minutes. So that's why like this vibe coding, it's giving us quality code as well as in very less time, and it's like helping us in multiple way. And even like if I will define, if there will be any junior resource, okay, he will create this employee ID, but he will not, he may miss this particular part. But when I use this with vibe coding, it given us me quality code with proper standard and all. It like created all this URI parameter definition in term of type, description, and all other thing. It created examples also for everything. Okay, so till this point, we are good with the RAML, and now I will show you like how to create like API with the help of this ACB and then with the help of this vibe coding. So what I will do, I will go to this ACB again, and I will click on implement an API. And here I will give like test 01 v1. And I want to use the RAML what I published just now. And the name of that RAML was test RAML 01. Okay. So this is the RAML I published on June 20. If I will go left hand side, here you will get add asset option, select this. Mule runtime, like you have multiple runtime here. If you want, you can download previous version of runtime. Let me take latest Java 17. Either you can create this project within the workspace or you can create as a standalone project. So I will select as a standalone project and then click on create project. So what it will do, same way how we are doing inside the designs, like inside the Anypoint Studio, based on the RAML, it will scaffold your application and it will create one project with three like flow. One will be main, another one will be console, and another one will be based on your resource and method. Here I have only one resource and one method. It will create one flow. Okay, so all those things it will do. Okay, so here it created this project with all this like src, main, mule. Okay, within this we have this, sorry, within this we have this XML file. It created other folder like test. Then we have artifact.json, we have pom file, everything is there. Okay, and all the required dependency within the pom file, everything is there. you can see here, it created one application where we have 3 flows. One is main flow. In main flow, we have listener, we have API kit router, and we have API kit error handling. Then we have console, where we have listener, console, kit router, and then we have error handling. And then we have the implementation flow for that particular resource and method. Okay, for this get customer. Okay, so this project I created with the help of like Anypoint code builder. Okay, and I use the YAML file for the scaffolding and all. Now what I want to do, I want to do some development in this, and let me do the development with the help of like vibe coding. So what I will do in so I given one instruction like enhance this API and add this external API call, REST API call, and then whatever data it will return, convert that data into XML format. So here you can see optimized tool selection. So what it's doing, it's trying to call the MCP server. Okay, and within MCP server, we will have multiple tools. So it will call the required tool. And here it's not connecting with like any kind of enterprise SaaS product. It's connecting with open system. So what it did, okay, it will give you a detailed description also what it did. Added HTTP requester connector. So here it added the HTTP requester, added data view transformation, this data view transformation to convert JSON to XML, added a HTTP requester configuration. So this configuration also added, and then everything is here and it's asking me to accept. I accepted this. Okay. Now let me validate everything is fine or not. So it called this TDS2 and simply it converted that into XML. Since this payload, if you see this payload, it's coming in like JSON format, which cannot be converted into XML. So it added one additional parent header, okay, to convert into XML. So it will take all this decision. Now everything is good. I want to test this application. Okay, either you can use vibe coding also, okay, or you can run it manually. Okay, we have both the option. So what I will do, I will run it manually. So go to run and run without debugging. Okay, I will take 1 more minute to complete this demo part. I know like we are running over time, so allow me 1 more minute. Just we'll do one quick testing.
If anyone has any questions, you can directly ask. Okay. I can see 1 or 2 questions directly in chat window and question answers, but feel free to unmute and ask the question directly.
Yeah, hi Ravi, Raghav here.
Yes.
So I think we started like a RAML from the scratch from the Anypoint, right? Code builder. So
yes,
let's say we have some RAML already in the design center, and so in the given time, like my organization given the Copilot. Okay.
Yes.
So I just wanted to set up this. So with the Copilot, I can able to do only the vibe coding, right? But not actually connect to the Salesforce account and get that to connect it with Anypoint platform and do that, right?
No, here we already connected with Anypoint platform. you can connect with any point platform.
Okay, because Salesforce organization login is also needed, because at times few of the clients will not have that Salesforce uh, uh, organization to log in, right? They have only the platform.
Okay, so first of all, like in MuleSoft things, we connect with any point platform. We don't connect with Salesforce until unless we are doing some kind of operations with Salesforce object or trigger or something.
Okay.
So that part I'm not very much clear why you want to log in with Salesforce credential here.
Okay, so basically there was some steps, right, in the ACB to just to enable the time stream features. We have to connect with the Salesforce token and do the certain steps, right?
Okay, that is not for ACB. That is for MuleSoft vibe coding.
MuleSoft vibe coding. Okay.
Yes, that is not required for our ACB. And yes, if you need to connect with MuleSoft vibe coding, you need to do certain steps. Okay, that is available in MuleSoft documentation also. You need to do some step in Salesforce account and some step in your Anypoint platform account also. And then once you will click on this vibe coding part, okay, you will able to see vibe coding is enabled and you will able to do prompting from it.
Okay, so what you're saying is, like, without needing of these features, we can get the GitHub Copilot and do that vibe coding as well, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
I mentioned like we have multiple options. Okay, it
Okay,
depends
yeah.
on your company, like what kind of licensing they are providing you. Okay, so MuleSoft support multiple vibe coding. Okay, it support MuleSoft on vibe coding. It support GitHub Copilot also.
Okay.
Honestly,
Okay,
what would be great? Oh, I beg your pardon.
Sorry, say again.
It's just I apologize for interrupting you. It's just to understand. Well, I see that you are just doing a recording of the session. I'm really interested to replay this in my own environment, and I would like to be able to set up exactly the same environment, and that's to ask, is there any chance to know whether you will be publishing this video, and maybe you have some Medium article about this.
Okay, yes, so after this session, within 24 hours, this video will be available on the event page itself. Okay.
Very good.
Okay. So, please go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt, Ravi. I have one last question. So while we are doing vibe coding on the VS Code using the ACB, and you are using Copilot as the AI tool for here, right? So none of these things are acting as a server, right? MCP server. They're all so your Copilot is your MCP client, and then within that they're using agents and everything. But none of them are? We have not used MCP servers here, right?
No. If you have seen while doing this instruction, you might have seen it's connecting with MCP. Like when Copilot started the processing, it has given instruction like this.
That is the MCP server for MuleSoft, right? Like MuleSoft would have interacted. MuleSoft MCP server?
No. It's not MuleSoft MCP server. It's a Copilot MCP server.
Okay. But Copilot here is acting as a client, right?
Copilot, you are integrated with Copilot as a client, but in backend it will call their server to get the data.
Correct. Got it. Thank you.
And Ravi, Venkata this side. So I have one question. Maybe you have covered as part of the architecture, I guess. So just maybe could you please repeat that again? So in my current infra, right? So we have a gateway, right? And that gateway doesn't have agentic capabilities, right? How can we this agentic or MCP server we can accommodate as part of the current infra?
Okay, so you might have heard about the Omni Gateway, which MuleSoft is providing.
Yeah.
Okay, so that Omni Gateway you can use, which has the agentic capability. That is one option for you.
Okay, so on top of the current gateway, we can go ahead with Omni Gateway then.
Yeah. So you can do more study on the Omni Gateway, which MuleSoft is providing, and you can use that for your agentic infrastructure.
Thank you.
Okay, so here like I developed the code, but it has some error also. Okay, so either we can fix it manually or we can ask the Copilot again. Let me see if I can fix it quickly. Otherwise, like demo wise, we are good. What I want to explain and what I want to show. Okay, I'm not like expecting to run everything at like in running mode since we have limited time. So I'm leaving at this point only, and if you people have any more question, you people can ask, and let's use that time for that purpose. Otherwise, I need to do a small fix to make it runnable, which will take 10-15 minutes. Okay. So this should be okay.
Yeah, Ravi, one quick question. Regarding the design center, like when we have any all the ramels, right? So
Yes.
from the flow, in the right now in the demo, we took from the scratch and we have developed. So let's say in a given time, my organization is given any copilot or ACB like enabled, right? So how could should I need to download that manually and import it to this Visual Studio and start doing the new features, or like how can you suggest me that?
Okay. See, design center is still there. Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to rely on design center, well and good, no problem. Okay, if you want, you can move everything in ACB. Okay, so in Design Center, we have download RAML option. You can download it in your local, and then you can like open that inside your ACB, and then you will able to do the required modification directly from ACB.
After that, we can directly publish to the design center directly, right?
Yes, like you cannot publish on Design Center, publish on Exchange.
Publish Exchange, that's right. Yeah. So just to make it in the sync, we again need to. And what should we do that? Since we are working on Visual Studio, right?
Okay, yeah, download that RAML, and once you will have the local file in your system, open with like ACB.
No, once we are done, once we are done working with our Visual Studio, right? So just to make a sync with the Design Center as well, should we again manually rewrite it in Design Center?
No, you don't need to write it manually. You just download it and open it inside your ACB. Okay. Just open it and then start doing your required modification. You don't need to rewrite it again.
Okay. It's good. Actually, I think we are on time, right, Kishore?
Yeah, I'm done from my side. Yeah.
But much appreciated, Ravi, for your session. Kishore, thank you very much. Can anyone want to come on camera, if you don't mind, just so that can you stop sharing your screen? Who are all actually doing it?
Yeah, I was sharing.
We have a good number of participants actually today. We really want to thank each one of you for joining. I'm saying right. Relatively, we have a very good. We need this kind of support, please, even in future, so that we can have a very regular in virtual meetup, and also let us plan for an in-person meetup in Visakhapatnam. Okay. People can come on camera so that we can close. I think I know that Ravisha recently became a MuleSoft ambassador. He is actually delivering this session from Hong Kong. Okay, many people might have know Ravisha. Okay, I really appreciate Ravi for your external support. He is one of the veteran in community. And Kishore Gar, I know you are so much busy, 24/7 you are working, but still he put a lot of effort. But I see a lot of support from our Visakhapatnam and also from other locations. We would like to thank each one of you, and feel free to, if any questions also, let us continue the same momentum. Okay.
Yes. Thank you everyone for joining. And thank you, Ravi, for this
Yeah.
nice
Thank
demo.
you.
Thank you, Ravi. We can wind up, okay, if you want. I think already 1 hour.
Yes.
Minutes. Thank you all. Have a nice day.
Yeah, I'm stopping the recording. If people
Yes.
want to continue, do some chit chat, we are okay.
Yeah. Video and also presentation will be available.